Hello, everyone, and welcome to Radio Silent Play Trading on this Friday, July 16th, 2021. Let me start off by just giving you a brief disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. Anything that I say or mention is for educational purposes only. I may or may not hold some of the stocks that I mentioned. Please remember to do your own research before trading any stock or options. Trading stocks and options require lots of risk. So I just want to go over a couple of things for this week, primarily what's going on with the stablecoin. You've been hearing a lot of news on stablecoins and the uncertainty in stablecoins, regulation on stablecoins. The recent news that we have here was actually posted today in the afternoon on Friday about 12 p.m. And this is Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen to discuss stablecoins with regulators next week. So there's a big void, a big vacuum on stablecoins. There's a lot of, I guess you could say indecision. You could say that uncertainty. There's a lot of volatility in the Bitcoin markets. So stability is a factor in the stablecoin market. A lot of people do not trust things like Tether and other stablecoins. So key points here: U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen will meet Monday with President's Working Group on Financial Markets, Office of the Comptroller of the Currency and FDIC to discuss the role of stablecoins in the financial systems. Number two, stablecoins are digital currencies designed to be less volatile than other cryptocurrencies. If you look at Bitcoin right now, it's had a high from 64,500 and now you're threading 32,000 right now. So that stability, people want to park their money into a crypto where it's not as volatile. So that's what we're talking about right now. So cryptocurrencies, by pegging their market value to an outside asset like the US dollar, regulators have become increasingly concerned about transparency and the reserves backing stablecoins. Okay, so it says basically that the U.S. Treasury is going to meet up with the President's Working Group Financial Markets next week. You have a meeting taking place on Monday. Stablecoins are currencies designed for less volatility. If you're seeing what cryptos are right now, they're extremely volatile. They have swings. For them, a 50% drop or incline is normal, right? So that's what the talk is right now for stable coins. So there is a vacuum, there's a market, there's a need for something different, right? Competition. If you look here on stable coins, you just Google stablecoin news, you're seeing why the Fed hates cryptocurrencies, especially stable coins. Whenever you see this, I look at contrarian. So there's an opening. There's something that they want to see fresh, right? Why the Fed Chair Jerome Powell wants a stablecoin crackdown, CNBC After Hours. Yellen to convene U.S. regulators to discuss stablecoins. So what this is basically telling you is that they want to regulate, right? They want to kind of find something that's going to be more safe, right? Or deemed safer. So whenever I see this, I want to start looking at competition, right? Stablecoin swelled by 13 billion in 30 days, captured 67% of today's crypto trade volume. So you're seeing a lot of money flow. Cointelegraph consulting: stablecoin activity drops after May peak. Stablecoins promise much, but can they deliver? And there's a picture of Tether. So with that said, if this is the case, if stablecoins are in the news right now, right, you're seeing a lot of stablecoin news. What do I want to do? I want to keep eyes on stablecoins, right? So right now we're looking at a stock, right, that has to deal with stablecoins, and this is ticker symbol APTI, okay, APTI Technologies. So Spera cryptocurrency benefits. The coin issuer will stand ready at all times to issue Speras to any Verifunder vetted member or registered public exchange at US $1 cost per each Spera coin. The coin issue will assure sparrows will maintain that US $1 peg. This model is different than other traditional stables or tethered coins concept, as the coin issuer stands ready at all times. Okay, emphasis on all times, to stand by and honor that swap rate quickly and efficiently. The dollar peg will be supported and secured by omnibus custodial account that holds fiat dollars deposited to purchase the issue sparrows. Okay, so we have been in discussions with various regulated custodians to hold the dollar deposits, with a focus on custodians that have the highest credit ratings, safety and soundness procedures for safekeeping funds while generating to us an interest return on the dollar deposits. These returns can be passed on to our investors who are backing the coining, interchange, Spera, and Verifunder platform projects. Moreover, like other cryptocurrencies, Speras are envisioned to be interchangeable on other third-party public cryptocurrency exchanges as regulators permit. Okay, so this is basically telling you that they're going to have their safeguards, right? So if I look here, this is their trusted and secure process. They talk about APTI systems, regulatory compliance and oversight. Then you have the Verifunder. You got KYC process, email proofs, wallet on board, dashboard, escrow services. So there'll be funds on the side as escrow, smart contracts, security, escrow service, fund transfers, audited. And then you have your Spera coins, Spera stable, reserve, tire trade, interchange, and trade externally. So they already have somewhat of a process set up. Okay, and if you look over here, it talks about APTI's 3 core focuses, right? And they are saying that they're going to partially back it by gold. So they have a gold subsidiary, right? The DBA, the refining company, recovers gold and precious metals, silver, platinum, palladium. Their goal is to keep e-waste out of landfill, and will be backing Spera, right? This is backing Spera with partial gold. As of 7/13/2021, the acquisition of refining company was paid in full by APTI. So this was just paid off. So they have full ownership of this. Okay. Now, number 2, Spera to be launched. So this is a catalyst. Stablecoin used to facilitate a variety of transactions on Verifunder and to be listed on external exchanges. Spera will be backed by the US dollar, partial gold recovered from their subsidiary, which is Orex. And then you have your Verifunder, right? Your safety net, your escrow and payments provider using blockchain technology to create smart contracts, eliminating expensive fees and time with transferring money. This trusted financial ecosystem will be used both USD and Spera to facilitate transactions any type or size within a network of vetted and verified participants. So this is telling me that there is security. This is telling me that we have a catalyst with the launch, and then it's backed by the US dollar and partially by gold through their subsidiary that's been paid off. And this is big news. This was July 13th, and we're actually on the 16th. Now, this is something right now, it's a little cut off. This is an email that was sent out to Ms. Glenn Dowey, and this is the CEO, Glenda Dowey. I am an excited shareholder investor. Your company, I'm sure you and your team are aware of social media buzz that has been sparked along with commensurate rise in your stock's value, and you're at least excited as well as we are. I know you said that you had applied for OTCIQ access and paid required fees. However, I was wondering if you could tell me whether your filings will be ready to be uploaded as soon as you have access, or they still being processed. Thank you so much and enjoy your 4th of July weekend. So this was an email sent by a shareholder. Nothing big. He doesn't want any inside information. He's just asking about filings to be compliant with OTC markets. Now, why do I say this? Because right now there is a new SEC and FINRA regulatory that are making, right, or asking companies to get compliant. If not, brokers will be dropping them. A lot of people saw memos from TD Ameritrade. Likely E-Trade will send out a memo, but that's the major concern. So this was the response that they gave. Hello, thank you for your support. We have had our application approved. We are studying their requirements and will begin catching up with filing soon enough. Get updates on Twitter at APTI Systems. Okay, so this is showing you transparency. They're responding. Now, this is their Twitter, right? Building a financial ecosystem around escrow and trading backed with a true stablecoin and gold recovery. They have 3,612 followers, following 15. So if you look here, right, if you look here, they actually updated. We are continuing to make sure that all records are fully vetted and in good order before filing with OTC markets. We are working to GAAP standards and everyone is aware of the timeline. So they are fully aware of compliance and dates. Okay, so this is key because I want to make sure that if I'm adding this, I'm going to be in the now and I'm going to be secure with me purchasing this stock. Okay, so this is something that they've been consistent with. If you look at their tweets, they don't tweet that often, but when they do, they put out good information, right? So they tweeted about stable coins. They tweeted about the timelines with OTC markets and filings. They tweeted that they fully paid as far as their subsidiary with the refining company.com Orex, and they just been updating. We can confirm that phase 2 approval by OTC markets is secured. We are studying the requirements and thereafter slowly begin posting each year over the next month. We will be ready for that September deadline. So this is telling you, hey, we're working on it. So that's what I want to see. Now, I want to look at OTC markets as far as share structure. We are pink, no current, but they are working with it. No change, updated, transfer agent verified, verified profile. Okay, this is very important. They're active, 2.75 billion, which is not much, meets our criteria. 2.4 billion outstanding shares, authorized shares 2.7 billion, market cap 27 million, and you have a float of, I don't think this is updated, but you have unrestricted shares here at 2.3 billion with 61 million restricted. So this is pretty good, right? This is what we're seeing. So now I just want to go over the charts. This is your 4-hour chart or your 240-minute chart. What I want to show you guys is something that traders, I want you guys to understand. I usually talk about bearish and bullish divergence. I look at 8-day moving average key signals as a gauge to see if we're going to start adding. If you look, every time this thing crosses on the MACD, that purple line into that black line, I know it's hard to kind of see, you start seeing this thing cross. When you see a cross on the upside, you start seeing the stock start trending or moving higher. When you see a top, you'll see a wick and then you'll see a cool down period. That you'll see a black line into purple line on the downside. And if you see this histogram, it starts going down. The moment it hits a floor, you'll start seeing the histogram start kind of narrowing down and getting into another cross. And we saw a cross over here. And I said, this is curling. Okay, and then we saw a rally. And then we had a little bit of uncertainty in the markets. They put out that memo on TD Ameritrade, and then we started seeing a pullback. If you notice, this is a low, higher low, higher low, and higher low. So this is telling you that each time we're putting in higher lows, this is called bullish, right? Because the sentiment is that every time this thing pulls back, it creates a higher low. Now, if you look at the histogram. The histogram is now curling up. That black line is going to start curling into that purple line. If you notice here, we put in a bullish reversal tail, right? And now, if you notice, you're seeing what you call a super bottoming tail. You see this? I know it's small, but you're starting to see that bullish reversal tail. You see that long wick? Now we're going to go back and take a look. You saw that long wick, and then you closed. You closed right at that 8-day moving average. What you're going to start seeing is you're going to start seeing it regain its moving average. A break above here, I'm going to say that 0.0185 levels on 2 consecutive closes. Now you're putting in a new reversal and a potential break of that 0.026 level. Now, this is key because now you could see it. You see that wick, you see that hammer. This is very, very bullish. Okay, why do I tell you that? Because if you look here, that's showing you a super bottoming tail. That's showing you a change in trajectory. Now, if you start curling up and you close above this 8-day moving average, which you're going to start seeing it change, you're going to see a move higher. A break above this line is a breakout range. This isn't a full uptrend. A lot of traders panicked and they started selling, but take a look. It actually kissed and perfectly at this 0.011 level, and it held. You had 2 consecutive closes above 0.011, and then you managed to close at the high of the day. So that's remorse. Think about it. It's almost like you going into a store, seeing something, not picking it up, and then the following day, instead of seeing those pair of jeans for $150, now they're at $400, and you're thinking to yourself, damn, I should have bought them. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing into next week. This is just a beautiful pattern. You're actually in a little bit of a bull flag consolidation as well. So this is what I like to see moving forward, especially the way the markets have been a little weaker. We had 36.9 million in volume. If I go over here and I look at the quote, you can see that the average volume continues to be high, 152 million, and you're trading around 36 million. So there's more buyers right now and less sellers. That's what I'm noticing. You put in a low of 108 and you closed at the high of 13. This is extremely bullish because you closed at the high of the day. The previous close was 115 and you closed at 13 with an open at 127. So you had a little bit of a gap up move. All right, that's all. I know this is a longer video. I just wanted to be clear with what I'm seeing next week. This is going to be a stock that's going to be at the very top of my list, okay? Especially now that there's so much uncertainty, you're going to start seeing people go to that one stock that they really, really like. And if you search, if you go over here, right? Let me come over here and let me just show you. I'm going to put in a search for APTI, and you could just see how many people are just tweeting on this. There's just so much backing on APTI right now. A lot of people really feel confident with this stock. So with that said, you want to find a clear, concise setup that everybody is kind of looking at. You got Ray Donovan over here getting ready to, attack the dips. Take advantage of all the dips. So these are things that I want you guys to look at when you're watching these videos. Make something out of the information that you're getting, and make sure that you smash that like so it could set off the algorithms. Also, make sure that you subscribe. We put out a special stock out this morning. If you guys push the notifications, you got that alert, and that stock, I believe, was up like 30 to 40% and closed at the high of the day. So that's in our portfolio of videos. So I just want to thank everybody. I look forward into next week. And that's about it. Please comment. Tell me what you want to see on this channel. And then we'll get to it. Take care, everyone.